Ahoy, mateys. Nate and Beth coming right at you to continue our reviews of Friday the 13th, the series. In this case, season 1, episode 22, and the episode is called.
The
She can't see it. The Pirate's Promise.
Pirate's Promise.
This one, I guess before we get started, I'll just briefly say that if you've seen The Fog, the film by John Carpenter from 1980 or something like that, this is kind of a little bit of a maybe not even a little bit, basically kind of
lot bit.
maybe not kind of. So basically a ripoff of The Fog, but there's like one detail
That's different.
That's different. Maybe I'll touch on it as this review goes on. Would you like to begin?
Well, it kind of starts out a little on the shady side where some guy brings a girl to a lighthouse to show her the exciting life of a lighthouse keeper, and gets her drunk, and she's all over him, and she kind of gets freaked out inside the lighthouse. I mean, there's weapons all over the wall.
Oh.
It's kind of scary. And she's like, "Oh, let's go up to the lighthouse. It must be an awesome view." And he's like, "Oh, it's a nice view." And then he goes up and she sees the foghorn, and nothing uncommon to have a foghorn on a lighthouse and keeps the ships away. But he
informs her that this is an older kind of foghorn, one that you need to
hand crank, and he demonstrates, and it is an awful sound. And she's like, "Oh, there's someone out in the fog." He's like, "I don't see anything. It's right there. It's right on the beach. How do you not see that?" "I don't know." And he takes one of the knives that he took from one of his walls and he stabs her with it and brings her down to this mystery ship, which he obviously saw, and calls out a name, and the girl is taken off in this mysterious boat with a crewman that we don't see.
kind of like shrouded in
Darkness.
shadows, like Death, the Death character from lore. Death kind of with the robe and the hood, just backlit and just
All you can see is the hook.
Yeah, like the right hand's like a hook, pirate hook.
And who does this mysterious character turn out to be?
I don't know. I'm not good with names. Are you talking about a name or the character of a goat?
The name of the character, Captain.
I'm not good with names.
I can't remember.
It doesn't really matter, but he's a undead, like, ghost spirit zombie and he's basically, this is where it's very similar to The Fog. This guy is basically, in The Fog, the pirates, the dead pirates came back for the gold that was stolen from them. In this one, the dead pirate guy gives gold to this one guy. Go ahead.
For the deaths of what we find out are the descendants of his crew.
The people that mutinied.
That mutinied against him.
So every time this guy, the lighthouse proprietor or caretaker or whatever, kills someone and offers the dead corpse to this shrouded, scary zombie pirate guy in a little rowboat, he flicks some gold coins his way, and I guess he's promised a whole
chest,
a whole lot of this stuff, gold, for doing all this stuff. And I guess this guy is told, I guess he thinks he's got to kill 12 descendants of the mutineers or something like that, and
all of the descendants.
We just see him in the series kill 5, I want to say. Pretty high body count. And another thing is, it's gory. It's pretty gory. You see a knife in the woman, you see someone get axed in the head. What else do you see? It seems like you see more, but I can't remember.
Well, the first one was a knife. The second one was
strangulation. Okay, yeah.
Third one was an axe in the head.
I can't remember the fourth one.
I don't think we see the fourth one.
Oh, maybe not. And the fifth one was like a sword through the stomach or something. Sorry, we can't remember the fourth one. I don't remember the fourth one.
It might be. Maybe that is all of them. The knife, the strangulation, those were the two girls.
Hatchet in the head.
Hatchet was the drunkard. And then the sword through the gullet was, he found out was the museum keeper who,
Oh, I know the
in the last one,
was the guy who was oh my god, perpetrating this whole thing. Remember,
the
he
lighthouse
gets he
keeper.
holds the hook up and he just kind of floats to him and he's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Ugh," and the hook right
Yeah.
in the stomach. Okay, we got them all.
You got all 5.
But yeah, five kind of gory kills minus the strangulation and very. It's so funny this episode. They find out that this foghorn is in this nautical town, and it's so funny how Ryan just happens to wear a
Um,
an anchor sweater. It's just like, okay, it's a perfect sweater for this nautical town where every other guy's wearing the old rubber boots for the
mhm.
fishing boat business and stuff. So if you like this kind of, nautical town stuff, lighthouse from the movie The Fog kind of stuff, you'll like this. I
Yeah.
enjoyed just the atmosphere of the wherever they filmed it and stuff myself, and kind of
Well, and
precursor to I Know What You Did Last Summer,
right,
Hooked
right.
Killer.
And apparently, the backstory of this little town, Wales Point, um, the the crew that mutinied against the captain decided to, stay on land and live off of whaling, and that's how they became a settlement. So now I guess the captain was like, "Oh, you landlubbers, and I'm gonna kill you and all your descendants." And I don't know, maybe that's why the foghorn came into be. So, because the only way a ship could go on to the land was to know that it was clear, which must have been the foghorn saying,
I don't think we mentioned, but the foghorn's the cursed item
yeah,
in
it is the
this
cursed
episode,
item.
and neither of which us guessed it, because
Well, I thought
when
it
you've
was.
got an episode by the name of Pirates, whatever this is called, you don't think of a foghorn.
Mm-mm. But I thought it was something to do with treasure, so I guess I was partially right.
Okay.
Well, the fog lighthouse keeper was given the promise of the treasure, but he had to kill people first by using the foghorn to call the captain to shore. While they were looking for the drunkard Barney, who was the 4th kill, um, Ryan goes into this cave and
He was the
finds.
third kill, I
Was
think.
it the 3rd kill?
Yep. I think because the one the proprietor of the museum gets
Oh
the
yeah, he
sword
was
through
the 3rd. Yeah, he was the 3rd kill. But anyway, they're going. Ryan is looking for Barney because he sleeps in. He doesn't really have a home. He sleeps on the beaches, combing the beaches for this treasure for 30 years apparently, and
Oh,
he wanted his share of the gold, and that's how. Anyway, but Ryan goes into this cave and there's skeletons and
there's all
there's
the corpses of
corpses.
the killings. And
But
at
what's
first,
really interesting is I thought that they were there for like years, but then the first kill with the boots and leggings was also a skeleton. That was apparently a couple days ago.
so maybe this thing
Maybe
pirate feeds on the flesh of the victims. We don't
and
know.
turns them into skeletons.
But yeah,
Like instant.
I forgot about that little scene of the corpses in the caves. Just another ghastly, ghouly
But
kind
one
of
of them was
aspect of this episode.
one of them was a female, but it wasn't like all leathery and just like
Yeah.
she was just dead. But maybe he
It's-
doesn't. Maybe he likes the young ones. I don't know.
It's really strange, like the corpses, because it looks like there's a older woman that you'd think would have died before the episode started, who's intact, and then we see we're not sure that skeleton's the woman, but the knife was like the same
knife
kind of
was
knife
nice.
in the same spot.
And the boots matched.
So it's kind of like, why is this other woman who probably died before the episode started still intact, but then the woman who died,
This could be a continuity issue.
yeah, this dang TV show. And there's a screen saving with the episode. There's one of them topless mermaid things that they hang on the front of the boat in this episode. I just saw it, and look right there. It looks like it could be a topless woman for all we know. Standard definition. Anyway,
Well, I would give this episode how many? Oh, this
what
is the
kind
thumb
of
rating.
this is a thumb
This
rating?
is a thumb.
Yep. Where would what position would the thumb be in?
I don't know. Just for the sheer authenticity of the lighthouse and the coolness of the
Not
captain, I'd give it a full thumbs up.
nautical aspect of the town. Yeah, I was leaning towards three-quarter thumb, where it was like 10, 11, kind of on your clock, hand dial. But honestly, with all of the ghastly, gory corpses in the cave and 5 kills, 4 of which were pretty gory, and
And the fifth one was pretty cool. I mean, he just kind of
he
floats to the
yeah
hook and
he
goes
he holds out his hook, and the guy's just like floats over to him, and then he
like he's
hooks
powerless.
him, yeah, hooks him in the belly. And so I'm gonna give a full thumbs for this one as well, because
Well, it's one each.
it's one each, one full thumb each, because at the end of the day I really appreciated just the fun atmosphere. Looks like it's spring, maybe late March, early to mid-April.
The
Snow's
foggy
gone, still cold with breath and foggy in the cave, and Ryan looking around, and Mickey's on the beach.
it
Splash.
was a really fun, very continuity follow through episode.
Oh, I want to also not forget to mention that I think this happened a couple times in the season 1 so far, maybe 2 of them back to back, but Marshak is nowhere to be found in this episode, so he must have been getting his whatever yearly physical or going on.
Well, the letters. He wasn't in shape for this one.
Maybe he was taken ill.
Oh, and then the last little aspect. So the lighthouse keeper is, you know, I've got year 12, and there's one more, and that's when he finds out that the museum keeper is the descendant as well. He was adopted out through another family because I guess the mother died at birth, which could have been the non skeletonized person.
Could have been.
Could have been. But Ryan went through the records again and saw, well, Dewey had a brother who stayed in the point, and I guess that brother was the lighthouse keeper, and they were brothers and didn't know it.
Mm.
So that was kind of sad.
Yeah, Mickey was all crying at the end of the episode because
Dewey saved her life.
a nice guy died.
But I'd say all in all a really good episode. 1 thumbs up each from both of us, which would equal 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
And I do have to say that they made this captain look really creepy. Like Skeletor has nothing against this guy.
Nothing on him, you mean?
Nothing on him.
Yeah, in the cave, Ryan shined a light on his face, and it was just creepy
Wet and
skeleton
gory.
skull face. So yeah, very cool killer, which is really cool, and cool episode.
Cool episode. So now we're going to start a new disc.
This is the end of disc 5, and disc 6 begins with the next episode, Badge of Honor. Is it a cursed police badge?
I'm going to say World War I or World War II Purple Heart, some kind of badge like that.
I'm going to say a cursed police badge.
Okay, I'm going to stick with the World War I or World War II war badge, like a Purple Heart.
All right,
We'll
very
see
cool.
who
I don't think
wins.
that's called a badge; it's a medal. But
Medal.
we'll see who wins, everyone.
We'll see who wins.
Place your bets. Thanks for listening.
Till next time, thanks for listening.